Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to my barracks. Today we are doing a bit of spring cleaning. We have the new reserve barracks feature that was added in this update, and I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and clean up the barracks. You guys see me run out of space quite frequently in summoning videos, so we're gonna go through, clear out units that I don't really use that much and put them away, and I figured we could also take a look at some characters that I don't really show in videos while we're going through, just a few of the more interesting ones that I use a lot that don't really make it into clears and stuff. And here we have the cleanup crew. We've got Felicia, Lilith, she's super cute, Flora, and Jacob here to help us. So with that said, let's go ahead and move over to the barracks and get cleaning. So we want to go to move to reserves, and we're just gonna go through and start sending units to the reserve barracks. And even though they're actually part of the cleanup crew, we're gonna start with Jacob and Felicia, because I'm not gonna use them very much. Actually, we can send multiple at a time, so we'll just hang on that. Up here at the top, we've also got the Angel Army, of course. They are automatically filtered up to the top because they're all marked with the blue heart, which is what I use for my personal favorites. It's just because I really like sky blue. That's my favorite color, is light blues. So you probably knew that because I use that on old channel branding and stuff. I still use it for FEH channel reactions too, but just really like light blue. So all the main Angel Army units get the light blue. I wish we could send Anna to the reserves, but unfortunately she's stuck here forever. No matter how much I try and get rid of her, she still remains. I don't like her. I want her gone, but she's here and she refuses to leave, unfortunately. And next we have Baruka, who is a 4-star plus 10, but I actually use her a lot. She's really solid. Defensive wall for arena assault. Just sits there and tanks a lot of units. I've got a lot of budget units that are built like this, or with like a triangle adept and a breaker skill. Just helpful for arena assault to clear out some of the more common units, because it's hard to find a bunch of units that can just counter some of the more annoying enemies that you find without expensive kits or using just really stupid basic builds like this. So even though this Baruka is 4-star plus 10, she still puts in a lot of work because she's got really solid defense and hits him with a humongous Ignis, though she is weak to guard units. And she's from back before we had like combat manuals, so I ended up making like a 4-star plus 10 Baruka just to save space. And then when her refined got announced, I was like, I could promote her, but she'll lose some defense, so I'll just promote one and merge the axe down. So I got a lot of units like that with just the budget build. So she can stay, even though she's 4-star plus 10, and it looks like we should probably put her away, but we do use her a lot. Hector, on the other hand, this Hector is from when I re-rolled this account, because when I started this account, or when I started the game, my original account was just filled with like 4-star healers from going for Takumi. I really wanted Takumi, and so I pulled a bunch on him, didn't get him, and my only 5 stars were Crom, Lachesis, and Erica, and then a Robin that I promoted myself with Feathers after saving for a few weeks, because Feathers were really slow back then. And so then I re-rolled my account because it was just terrible. And I was looking for Klein, actually, because he was cute and he looked like Yusung from Mystic Messenger. And I ended up getting a Hector first, and I was like, well, I'll just save that, I guess. So there's the Hector, but I don't use him very much anymore, so he can go in the barracks. I've thought about using him for distant counter, but there's some nostalgia there, so he gets to stay. Olivia's a dancer with a pretty budget build, but just by virtue of being a dancer, all the dancers get to stay because they're always useful. Got a lot of unbuilt Grand Hero Battle units like Michaelis here. This Crom, don't really use, but he's one of those budget units, so he might come in handy eventually, so we'll keep him out. Navarre, I had I did not like Navarre at first. His Grand Hero Battle gave me a lot of problems when I re-rolled my account. And then eventually I kind of just kind of accepted him when he started helping me on AR. And now we're okay because I used him in Shadow Dragon. He was actually pretty cool there. So I've slowly grown to tolerate Navarre. Maybe even like him. I don't know. He's certainly not a favorite, but he's all right. Scatria can go away. This is a Cordelia. I also have a few like super offensive units with budget builds like this Cordelia, this 4-star +10 Cordelia. Again, from before we had combat manuals. And I've got a few of those that I use for like countering squishier units like Legendary Alm, who they're hard to double, but if you just hit them with a brave weapon, they usually go down pretty easy. So a lot of units like that. This Zephiel is from a long time ago. He is, I think I built him like right when he dropped, and I didn't have any good fodder because he's running attack +3, and I never really use him, so he can go in the box. Robin's fine. I kind of use Ryoma and Takumi. Don't use Ursula. These Grand Hero Battle units can go away. There's a budget Dragon Slaying Marth. Not sure why I think I put Darting Blow on her for like an Awakening limited hero battle map or something. There's Kit Kat, who I actually summoned just because she looked like Morgan, and I wanted her. So pulled for Katarina on that terrible banner with like 3 reds, and somehow I managed to get her, and I used her for a long time, but she's fallen off lately. But I still can keep her around for like bullying Surtur. I've got some budget Surtur counters too. Hold on. Send this first batch away. This Robin is mostly just for Lance Valor, but I can just pull her out when I need her. This Delphia is really funny. I can never merge her because she's got the Deathbane, and if she gets merged, she'll have more defense. But if I keep her unmerged and I give her the Life and Death skill, she has 0 defense, which is just really hilarious. So this Delphia is never allowed to be merged. I like that too much. Delphia is actually pretty cool. I didn't like a ton of Echo's characters, but Delphia was one of the cooler ones. Bercuti, he's alright too, but he gets to go in the box because I've got Fallen Bercute and he's just more useful. Use him on legendary or limited battles. Here's that Summer Corrin that I spent like a whole month grinding orbs to try and get her before her banner ended. I just barely got her. And here's the Summer Leo that also came from that banner, and I know he's terrible, but I actually use him a good deal just as a budget unit with Triangle Adept. I should swap him from Bowbreaker to Axebreaker though, just so he can bully Surtur. So they're fine, they can stay. Here's a Paula that I built for Rooker Sieges, backed up with like Air and Rayson and Leanne. They can take down a lot of units really easy due to Flyer's support. Est and Chershi have similar budget builds that are just really solid for Rooker Sieges. Let's see, we got I've got a lot of like 4-star healers that just have random blessings that I used for Arena Assault. Just because like you back up like someone like Baruka with a healer and they can just tank for a long time. So even though they're like terrible, not built units, I still want to keep them out just because they can be useful. This Erica I never use though. Let's see, another Felicia that I was saving. We have Valencia, who's still really solid. Use her with Corrin on my main Flyer team, and they held up really well. They're still really good. Arvis, this Jafar, I've actually had like 3 Jafars. I had one that I foddered for like life and death. I never use him. He can go. I wish I hadn't refined his dagger. I just never use him. Neko Sakura. Really like her. I wish she was a little better. I wish they'd let us refine Kitty Paddle at least. It's not that OP of a weapon. Certainly not when we've got Guinevere running around with whatever the heck her tome is. Let's see. Joshua, I never got around to building. This Cordelia I was keeping for her dual rally to get a rally plus off of someone else if needed. But I've got fodder units like this Cordelia, I should explain, that I keep around just in case. Like, I don't turn them into combat manuals, even though they're just for fodder, because if they raise the hero merit cap, it's nice to be able to just grind out another 1,000 feathers from them. So I've got a lot of units that they're just for fodder, but I'm saving them anyway, and I don't turn them into books. Cordelia is one of them. Here's Mist. She's actually pretty good now with her refine. Not the best healer, but certainly a lot better than she used to be. But even back then, I used her as one of those budget healers. She worked fine. Anything else interesting around here? Takumi, never really got around to fully building him. I'd like to, but you know, grails and feathers are just kind of they're a gate to building things like that. And I've already got a few archers, so I can't really prioritize him right now, unfortunately. Here's a Mia that I'm saving for fodder. Roderick I built for ARD, but he can also use his fire sweep lance to just chip at enemies, so I'll keep him around for now. This Kana I actually built for specifically to counter legendary Ike, but I like how I refuse to actually I won't bless units based off of what unit they're supposed to counter. I'm just like, you should be wind blessed, and then I bless them for wind, and then I only get to use them on Earth Wind season when I see legendary Ike, so they don't see as much use as they probably should. Here's Robin. When are we getting to finish this whole ordeal? I've got a lot of units like where I think I already sent them. Like this Morgan, where I'm saving them with like random IVs that I might be interested in, just to avoid a future Robin incident, because that was awful. I used to have a plus speed Robin, and I got rid of him. I was like, I'm not sure that I'll ever build Robin, and I had a plus attack one, and I was like, I'll just merge into the plus attack one, and now I don't have Robin. So in the future, just anything with like a remotely decent stat that I might be interested in, I'm kind of just gonna save them until I'm sure, because I don't want another freaking incident with Robin where I can't find this one rare unit with the specific IV that I already had like 5 of, and now they're suddenly an endangered species. So got to take all the optimal IV units into protective custody. We'll get to that a bit more when we start organizing the units, but so we'll put them away. Linus is one that I'm kind of tempted to build, just because I can build him just exactly the same as my Raven that I use for AR offense. He could just copy the same Gale Force setup with Heavy Blade and be really good, because that Raven is really solid actually. So I've considered building Linus, but I just kind of haven't gotten around to it. And the Shiro is another one of those budget builds, and he works pretty well. Not I wouldn't say as good as Baruka or my Lucas, but he's still up there on my just pure defense tanks. Really solid, even though he's not the most strong unit. Canis is another one of those triangle adept breaker skill budget builds as well. Never going to use this Legault. I was thinking about using him for defense, but I never got around to it. Let's see. Morgan's kit is actually like super outdated. I need to update that. Also, I was talking about Morgan saving him with like different IVs, but this wasn't the one I was thinking of. I have like a plus attack and a plus speed one, I think. This one's plus res. This is the one that I would merge into one of the other ones that I'm saving. So let's send those guys away. Here's that church that I was talking about. She also has Triangle Adept for Rooker Sieges, but then she also runs Death Blow for Arena Assault. Pretty decent budget counter. Let's see, Jam Key. There's the Lucas. This is the champion Lucas that just tanks everything. Incredible budget unit. Super happy with him. Always sees use on Earth Season, pretty much. La Rochelle I don't use. Anything? Here's a Kaze with plus attack, like I was talking about. Just save him in case I ever want to build Kaze, and I know for a fact I've got a plus attack Kaze, and over here I've got a plus speed Kaze. So that's helpful to have for the future. Niles, not going to use. Although my friend has a very strong and very scary Niles. Certainly makes him tempting, but I was never big into Niles. Personally, I prefer his variant Kaya from Genshin, who is just way cooler. Get it? Because he uses the ice. He's Icy Niles. Okay. Okay. Olwen, actually, she looks like she should go in the box, but I actually do use her a decent bit. Not with fire boost is not supposed to be there, but if the enemy doesn't have distant counter, she can just kind of run around and chip at them and eventually take them down with like dance support. Not an elegant solution, but it can help occasionally. So she does see some use, more than I think most people would expect from Olwen, honestly. Some more 4 stars that I saved the 4 stars too, just to have a copy of them on hand for like 3 hero quests and hero merit grinding whenever I need feathers. Let's see, Oscar. This Ilger I summoned and I couldn't decide what to do with, and I was saving her for Speed Tactic. And I saved her so long that Speed Tactic stopped being really relevant. So into the box she goes. Let's see, Varian, Leon. Actually, I do use that Maria, so she's fine. Gwen can go. Let's see. If you weren't a dancer, I would probably have foddered Safeguard Dzander. I had theory crafted a really meme set where you just replace Siegfried and go full on the defense. And it would have been funny, but now I'd definitely just keep Siegfried with the refine. Even before it was more of a joke build than anything, but it would have been funny. This Erica saving for Swift Sparrow or Rally Attack Speed fodder, pretty much. Although plus speed, actually maybe I should like give her like a budget build of some kind with like a breaker or something. I don't know. Just don't really care too much about Erica. Sully needs to get out of my face. Don't like her. Please leave. Actually, this is a plus res fur. I need to send that one or turn that one into a manual. I have a different one that I was saving, and I just never got around to getting rid of this one. So, gotta remember to send that one home or turn her into a manual or whatever. Here's Tana, who never leaves me alone. She's up to +3 despite never actually actively pulling for her. Bath Time Big Sis can go. Let's see. Hawkeye. Alright, went and got rid of that fur real quick. Turned her into a book. Let's see. Hawkeye, I don't need. This Cliff was just for Fortress Def Res fodder. So I can convert him. Well, I was using him a little bit, but he just didn't really do much. His attack is pretty low. I get that his tome wants to be low attack, but like when everyone's hitting 60, 42 is just like, you know, that's excessively low for a 5-star. Sheena, don't need her. Oh, Niles. Poor Niles. I was talking with a friend about this. He has not aged that well. I get that he's a more offense-oriented unit with like Swift Sparrow and his high speed and everything, but high at the time anyway. But I used him to bait out an Inversa in Arena Assault. He wasn't debuffed at all, and he got hit down to 1 HP, and then on the counterattack, he did not kill her. He had triangle advantage and weapon effectiveness, and he could not kill an Inversa, and that was just depressing. He has seen much better days. Poor guy. I still use him occasionally, but like, oh, he needs to be better. He just needs to be better. Here's the Reinhardt, of course, the people's champion. Of course, he has to stay, and I also use him in AR. Pan, I was going to try and do a gimmicky beast defense team on AR, and I never got around to it. Didn't seem to be that good with what I had at the time, so let's see, toss these guys I'm never going to use. Barter's really solid, actually. I don't really care for the guy, but he's strong. He's hitting 64 as a 4-star plus 10. Really good unit. I built him primarily at the time to take out Legendary Tiki, but he does work everywhere else too. Let's see, that's another one of my budget healers. Sizo, these guys, don't use them. Put these guys away. Har, Kane. He's like emergency Wings of Mercy fodder. Like, if I really need Wings of Mercy and I'm out of every other source, I guess we can sacrifice the 5-star Kane, but probably not the greatest idea. I should maybe build him, but I tried to use him in Shadow Dragon. He held up pretty well for a while, but then he fell off towards the end, unfortunately. Oh, here's the Soleil with plus attack, saving her just in case when she gets refined. She'd rather have plus attack over plus speed. Who knows? Just best to be prepared so we don't repeat Robin. This Celica is plus def. I have a plus speed one, and I can't decide if I want to merge into the plus speed one because I already refined this one, so it seems silly to waste that dew, considering how hard it is to get dew nowadays with everyone having prefs and nothing to really refine. But so I'm not sure if I want to merge into her or just turn the plus speed one into Deathblow fodder, because she really doesn't need the speed due to Double Lion letting her double, but you never know. I feel like plus speed might be better than plus defense, but if I find a plus attack one, that's probably even better. So not sure on that. So I'll keep her out. Here's that plus speed Male Morgan in case I want to turn my plus res one into plus speed eventually. Gunther probably would have gone into the barracks or into the reserve barracks, but her new chilling seal seems pretty useful. I need to teach her that soon before I forget. Fiora, I don't really use you. Let's see. Kronia needs to be gone immediately. I don't want to see her ever again. Put those away. Death Knight, don't use you. Oh, Renee actually stays. Astrom. Back to the bench with you, Jagan. Just like in my Shadow Dragon playthrough. I immediately benched him. I was like, Jagan, no. You don't work in Heroes, you don't work here. Goodbye. Cormag. Oh, here's the plus speed Celica. Let's see. The Tharja I'm saving for close counter mostly, but maybe I should just build her. I don't know. She seems okay, but there are probably better armored options nowadays. Not sure. Here's the plus attack Morgan too. Saber never got around to building. There's the plus attack Fur, who's just better than the plus res one that I was holding on to. Gray I never use. Sophia. Goodbye, guys. Marita I'm saving for null follow-up. I've heard Robin can use that pretty well. I'm not sure, but if so, I might give it to him. Like, I don't have anyone else who really needs it. I thought about maybe like Soleil, but I feel like at that point, then I'm just making Soleil a worse Byleth, which is kind of what she already is nowadays. I don't have much use for Soleil, unfortunately. I want her to get a really cool refine so that I have a reason to use her in clears again. Because I do like Soleil a lot. Let's see, Kemp, Jafar, I never really used this Jafar. Yeah, you can go. This Echidna. Alright, gonna try and speed up, but here we have this Python who's a total budget build, just built to bait out Legendary Azura with Triangle Adept and Blue Tonebreaker, and he kind of works. I should probably promote him. I think I just did this because I needed someone to bait Azura more consistently, and he was plus res, and I was like, well, maybe that'll work, and it kind of does. I mean, he gets the job done. He's kind of dead after that, but, you know, it's fine. If he takes out Azura turn 1 before she causes any issues, then that's just a win. Let's see. I don't really use this Kana. You can go Trevant. Your Silver Lance is too strong. We have to lock it away before it hurts someone, okay, man? Sorry. Okay, this Leg Yarn I was saving for, like, Swift Sparrow 3 fodder, but I'm not sure. I thought about giving it to Klein, but then I'd still need a lull skill. So I don't know who wants Swift Sparrow 3, but I've got it in the future if someone needs it. Baron Volbar, Ross, built just to punch Legendary Julia in the face with a Brave Axe. And here's Wrath with the same build as Python, but in the wrong season. Again, like, I'm just like, he looks like a wind character, so I'm going to bless him for wind, and then on water wind season, I've got an Azura counter. Although Azura is one of those units that people sometimes run out of season, so having off-season counters for her isn't really a bad thing either. Let's see. Oh, Libra is... If you asked me what unit I most regret investing in, it's definitely Libra. I've given him Null Sea Disrupt, Distant Counter, Hack-A-Lantern, 7 merges, and he just doesn't do much. Even supported by Corrin, he was getting beat up. It's really unfortunate. He needs, like, a Refine desperately because he just doesn't really do anything that well. Maybe I know some people have said, oh, well, if he's plus 10, I'm like, he's at plus 7 and he's not doing anything. I don't think a few extra stat points are going to salvage him. So yeah, definitely. If of all the units I've invested in, Libra's probably the one I regret the most. This Yarn would go, well, actually he'd be foddered, but I'm almost done with his hero merit. Gonna use him for attack speed solo for Klein to get him attack speed solo 4 and lull speed def from Ingrid, one of the many Ingrids that I pulled going for Marianne. Still kind of upset about that. Midori can go. She's just Spendthrift for Ash. Finally finished her hero merit, so she can go in the box. And here's Forrest, who probably should go in the box. I need to give him a better staff. Like, he's an okay healer, but he needs a better staff. I've used him to attack a few times, but Panic just doesn't do enough. It's too situational. Probably just a Pain Plus would salvage him. He also has he has Dazzling Panic too, but I think I just needed someone to refine for Dew, so I need to remember to give Forrest a better staff soon-ish. So he can stay because he's a decent healer, but he does need a better staff. Which, since I've got so many feathers right now, that's not really a big issue. The Baby Squad, very good units. These 3 are actually my secondary flyer core, and they do a lot of good work. This Marita is close call fodder. Let's see, Bernie. Gangrel can go. This Anna is also saved for Ash. Finished her hero merit, so she can go. And this, where is she? I just saw her. And then this Luke. I hate his stupid smug grin, but I'll admit he's actually kind of useful. Pretty solid Brave Sword with his Refine. He can just hit someone really hard like Legendary Alm, rush over, take him out, and then get like repositioned by a tank or someone. So as much as I hate to admit it, he doesn't have to go in the reserve barracks because he's actually all right.
Gotta love the Luke.
There, you happy? And then we've got Reinhardt, who does pretty similar stuff. Lind, Loot, those are just fodder units. Here we have the Demon Altena running a budget build. Darting Blow is not supposed to be on her. She had a different seal and I needed it for someone else, so I just swapped. But similar thing to Baruka, just a very budget build. And she works. Still not happy about her, but she works. And here we have our Surtur counter Lawrence. He hard counters Surtur. He tells him he's not noble enough. Surtur looks like a strong, tough, intimidating guy, but Lawrence's words cut deep because, it causes immense emotional turmoil being insulted by someone with this haircut. So that's how he kills Surtur. And so Lawrence is the King Surtur Slayer. A very powerful unit. Must be feared and respected. Maybe not respected, actually. Pre-time skip Lawrence doesn't really deserve respect. Post-time skip Lawrence, though, is awesome. Really cool character who gets a lot of cool growth during the time skip. Kill, don't like you, please leave. George shouldn't even be here at all. He cheated to get into the barracks, so he needs to leave. Lena, I'll admit I'm kind of tempted to build Lena just off of the fact that, she fits the angel army right there. It says right there she's a tender angel. But she can go in the barracks for now, the reserve barracks for now. Let's see, anyone else around here? Emerin, don't need. Melody was for instant lunch and Wyvern flight and attack def solo if someone needs that. Maybe Gerald if he doesn't have a pref whenever he gets added. I hope he gets added soon. I really want Gerald in. Love Papa Gerald. Calic, Noel, Gale, they can go. Not going to use them. Ileana. Julian is just for lull attack speed fodder. Merlinus, Veld, don't need them. Jill, you can go. I actually could promote Jill since I don't need her for fodder anymore. But I don't know. She's got really good fodder, so I might just save her for anyone else in the future. I'm never going to use this leaf. I've got so many infantry swords I could use instead. Let's see. Like this Carla, who... I've got 2 Carlas now, and I'm not sure on if I should build her or not. Kind of waiting to see a refine, I guess. Geese for Flowing Lance or Infantry Pulse. This one's Duo Ephraim, yeah. I've got 2 Ephraims now, and I can get rid of I can put away the original Ephraim. Dethorba, I hate her hair. It's really stupid looking. And speaking of Banana Nand, please leave. I hate her pose and art, and she's staring into my soul. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. I can't wait to get her gone. Don't need this Natasha. Percival, actually, yeah, I'm almost done with this hero. He needs to stay a little longer. Here's that Ephraim. Solon, the savior of all. We're gonna pull a reverse card on him and put him in the forbidden spell of Zaharos. He can go to timeout instead. For what he tried to do to Byleth. He has to go to timeout. Lynn, Sonia, they can go. We'll put Harden away for now. I don't really need him at the moment. This Camilla is for attack speed push fodder. I've got a regular Camilla already, so I'm kind of just going to save this one for fodder. This Elise, I'm still trying to decide if I should merge this. Was my regular Elise plus attack or plus speed? Can't remember, but if she's plus speed, I need to decide if I want plus attack or plus speed. Let's see, we can put Lex away. There's the other Carla and this Dimitri for fodder. So there we go. Freed up a lot of space. We're under 300 again, which feels very good. So with that done, now we can get to organizing. That concludes the tour portion of the barracks. Now you guys have to help me actually organize and put things away. And it actually is kind of helpful to just be talking. It helps me kind of organize my thoughts to hear them out loud. So thank you for keeping me company, because otherwise this would probably take a while longer to do, because it'd just be I'd just put it off because I'd be like, I need to organize things, but I don't know how I want to organize them. But like since I was planning to do a video, I actually sat down and I figured out how I was going to do it. So Let's go to manage groups, and we have all these things to go through. I went ahead and looked at them earlier. We have 10 slots, so each one holds 100, and we have 1,000 total, which is very nice. And we get to name them. I already picked out the names, so we'll just go ahead and name them first, and then we'll start organizing. So this one is going to be this is the gifted class. This is for units with basically like the plus attack Soleil, where I'm saving the ones with good IVs that I might want later on hand, just to avoid another Robin incident. So those are the gifted students. And then over here in this is box 2. We're going to call this is just straight up the fodder bin. This is for those 5 stars that have maxed out hero merit that I'm kind of just saving for fodder in the future. Next we have what was this one? This one was going to be our common units. These are just 4 stars that we're saving, and you know, just in case we need them for like a 3 heroes quest or hero merit, extra hero merit batteries. Those are just common units, and just to future proof it, this one is going to be common 2, just so that we have extra space and don't have to organize it as soon when the first box inevitably fills up. Next over here, we are going to do freebies. These are for like Grand Hero Battle units and Tempest Trial units, just because those ones might end up getting used a little bit more than just the 4 stars for like Grand Hero Battle quests and stuff. And also it just makes it a little easier to find, since I remember which ones go in which pools, so it'll just take a little less effort to find specific ones. And then finally, this drawer is just going to be the junk drawer. This is for our 5 stars that really aren't doing much, like that Gray. Gray is like a perfect example of a character who it's just like, I don't think I'm ever going to use him. I've actually considered foddering his like his horse slaying sword to like Soleil before, because I was just like, it'd be kind of funny if Soleil could just destroy cavalry units. But I don't know, I'm not sold on it. She's probably up for a refine relatively soon, so just gonna hold on to him for now. But now we can go through and start putting these guys away. We'll go ahead and do rarity now. So how should we start? Let's see. I think it would be easiest to start by going through and finding all the Grand Hero Battle and Tempest Trial units, because those are just pretty easy to remember. So we'll start with those. Nope, not Mia. Let's see. Elliewood. So yeah, like I said, these are more units that you know, if they ever they're needed for like Grand Hero Battle quests, or they also tend to be easy fodder units. So if I happen to run out of combat manuals and I really need this fodder desperately, I know where to go. Or if I just ever decide I want to build a Grand Hero Battle unit, I guess. Though most of them don't interest me that much. So we'll just go ahead and start putting these guys away. So we're going to move these guys over to the freebie section. There you go. And let's see. Any more here? Yeah, Death Knight. Cormac. Poor Cormac. He was actually kind of cool in Sacred Stones, and here he is just kind of not. Ursula. There's Linus. Linus is one of the ones where I could definitely see myself coming back and actually building him eventually, just because having a second Raven just sounds really useful. Raven's super good. Very simple, but very effective. Delphia Fallen goes in there. Jamkey. Kronia. Never want to see her again. Let's see, move those ones over. And now over into this section. Yeah, or the way it organizes them isn't the most convenient, but it's a lot better than what we had, so I'm not complaining too much. Oh, there's a New Year's Air, who was a free unit. I know a lot of people really like her Tamari on like Tethys. I've thought about it. I have thought about it, but not totally convinced. Let's see. Oh, Winter Jafar was another one. Tanith was one. Those are some Tempest Trial units I don't really use. I think that's all the 5-star ones. Yeah. And then Gangrel, Kalik, Sonya, Gale, Trevance, Evil Silver Lance, Flame Emperor, Aramia, Evil George, and Solon for Timeout, and Thorba and Heath. I think that takes care of all of our freebie units. So next we can just go through and get all the commons without like IVs that I'm really interested in building. So oh, actually Lex, I don't think I actually got his Dragon Flower, so we're gonna move Lex. Lex needs to go back actually. He will end up here until I find a plus attack one, but for now Lex needs to go back so I can level him up and get his Dragon Flowers. But so we were going to do common units next, so these ones, just not really interested in building. Norn actually could probably stay in the gifted box. So wait, there we go, common one. Mordecai, maybe. Let's see. Eliana, actually. Yeah, we'll save those guys. Alright, so next, got a bunch of junkers here that I'm not really interested in. The Seth I was actually thinking about merging my current Seth into. Maybe I should just save him. Let's see. The Kazes can stay. Sorry, Saizo, you gotta say goodbye to your brother. Let's see. Yeah. None of these are units. Are 4 stars that I really want to build anytime soon. You guys can maybe stay. Oh, Berkut is actually in the wrong place. I missed him. So Berkut goes over here. And let's see. You guys... go to common. I'm surprised I don't have as many 4 stars as I expected just lying around, honestly. So there we go. That should take care of all the 4 stars that I'm not really interested in IV wise at the moment. Actually, I think I might have left. While we're at it, we'll just go ahead and move these 6 over to the gifted box. There they have IVs that are good, and they're units that I could see myself maybe investing in just a little bit at some point. Swap Morgan's IV Soleil in case she gets a refine. I've got a 5-star Shigure in here, right here. So I've kind of like, I've been waiting if he gets a refine to see if I want to make him like plus speed or plus attack. Cause like, since he's got darting stance, I could see them trying to make him speedy. In which case, plus speed might be better, but if not, then plus attack could probably be good. Echidna just feels like a better Libra, honestly. Mordecai, pretty decent support, though. I'm a little more iffy on him now with like Unity skills running around. Not sure how much I would use him, honestly. And then like Felicia and Jacob and Kaze, just kind of like they're Fates characters. I like them. I've considered them, and honestly, if I wasn't building Robin, I'd probably build Ileana because she's probably just better, honestly. So, oh, how did Klein end up here? Whoops. Poor Klein accidentally ended up here. He's supposed to be in the barracks. Sorry, sir. I didn't notice that. Must have accidentally misclicked with him. So next, we'll go through and get the junk 5 stars that I'm never gonna use them. So like I'm never gonna use this gray. Celica doesn't really have any fodder that's worth keeping. Saber, I guess I could fodder a Saber for Shield Pulse, but I don't have anyone who wants Shield Pulse. So Mia is for Flashing Blade in case I want to get like Flashing Blade 4, I guess. Let's see. Maybe I should have made an extra drawer or an extra box just for like 5 stars that have like Valor skills or like utility 5 stars, I guess. Like Robin here, who pretty much only saving her for Lance Valor, but it's fine, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I guess should Zephiel go in the junk drawer or should he go in the freebies drawer? Him and Clive are yeah, I guess I put air in the freebies, so they can go in the freebies in a second. Let's see, these are just 5 stars without much to offer. Oops. Amelia has Armor March, so that's something Cordelia's for fodder too, so let's go ahead and move these guys over to junk, and we will put, where do you go, Clive and Zephiel. I missed you guys, sorry. You can go in the freebies box. There you go. Welcome to your new home. Legault and Soth, don't really use them. They can go in the junk box. This is like organizing this is like organizing the PC on Pokemon, which is just everyone's most favorite pastime. I guess, yeah, now we just move all these. Oh, Big Sis, I missed you too. Sorry. You go in freebies. Though she could go in fodder too. She has Hone Flyers. And the Ouch Pouch. So these guys are going to go over to the fodder section. All units that I could either fodder. Well, Celica could be Deathblow fodder or Emerge, but we'll just put her in fodder for sake of ease, I guess. Well, or we could just put her in the... yeah, actually, maybe that's a better idea. We'll move her back. Alright, so now fodder, we just got to clear out the rest of the junkers like Leaf, who I'm not really going to use. Ephraim doesn't bring anything to the fodder table. I think that's mostly it. Kana, I feel like could be good, but I just don't have Dew to refine her weapon. And Elise. So I think that'll cover everything, I think. Oh, and those Carlas too. We'll move these to the junk drawer and the Carlas over there for now. Well, actually, she's got Wrath, so I guess she can stay here for now. So, not the most cleanly organized, but that is roughly it. Alright, I just went and did a real quick check through to make sure that everything looked alright, and I found a few units that I'd missed originally, and I just moved them to their to where they needed to go. So yeah, we'll just wrap things up by taking a quick look at what we have now at the end. Here we have the gifted box with our units with good IVs for future use. Over here we have fodder units who could be good fodder in the future, but I want to save them from being combat manuals just in case we have a hero merit increase, and I need to grind more hero merit on them. Over here are common 4 stars and 3 stars, Kind of surprised it's so few. I guess I promoted a lot more than I realized. Common 2, just a backup for in the future. We have freebie units, Grand Hero Battle units, and Tempest Trial units. Just a little bit easier to find if I need them. And then we have the junk drawer with just 5 stars that I'm probably not going to use that much. A few exceptions. Could see building up Shigure eventually, but he would get merged into one of the ones with good IVs. And Kana might escape if I ever find enough dew to refine her. And Elise is probably going to get merged into or become the merge for my other Elise, but I need to check that. So she's just here for now. But yes, there we go. And now we can come over here and see a much nicer, much cleaner barracks with units that I actually use a lot. Not all of them, but most of them see a lot more use than those other ones. So feels a lot nicer. We've got a lot more space, so won't run into that as an issue. Feels very nice. So yes, thank you guys for joining me on this little spring cleaning adventure. Helped a little bit to just be able to hear this out loud while I organize my thoughts. And hopefully you found it fun, maybe even a little relaxing, to just go through and clear this stuff out. Hopefully it was interesting to see some of the units that I don't use as much, that don't get to be showcased in videos, but are still nonetheless an important part of my team. And maybe it even gave you guys some ideas if you were having a hard time coming up with how you wanted to organize your units. Gave you some ideas. So yeah, thank you as always for joining me. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon, your favorite maid, signing out.